5 mental habits that prevent cognitive decline. If you stay with me until the very end of this video, you'll walk away with something incredibly valuable, a simple mental shift that can help your mind stay sharper, calmer, and more confident no matter your age. Today, I'm sharing 5 mental habits that quietly protect your brain from cognitive decline, habits backed by science and real-life experience, especially for adults over 60, 70, and even 80. These are not complicated techniques, no apps, no expensive programs, just habits you can begin today, right where you are. Now, here's the surprising part. You might already know 1 or 2 of these habits. It might even seem basic, but the results are out of this world. When practiced consistently, they don't just support memory, they improve focus, emotional balance, and even how joyful your days feel. In this video, you'll learn how to reduce mental fog, strengthen recall, and keep your mind engaged without stress or pressure. And if you've ever worried about forgetting names, losing your train of thought, or feeling mentally slower than you used to, please know this: you are not broken, and it is not too late. At the very end, I'll share one powerful insight that ties all 5 habits together. It's often overlooked, but it makes everything work better. That final point alone is worth watching all the way through. So take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's begin gently, calmly, and with hope. Mental habit 1: stay curious, not comfortable. The first mental habit that protects your brain may sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful: staying curious instead of staying comfortable. As we age, the brain naturally looks for efficiency. It wants routines, familiar paths, familiar conversations. Comfort feels safe, but too much comfort quietly weakens the mind. Curiosity, on the other hand, gently keeps it alive. Curiosity doesn't mean going back to school or doing anything overwhelming. It can be as small as asking why one more time. Why does this memory come back? Why do I feel calmer in the morning? Why does this song make me emotional? Each question activates neural pathways that keep your brain flexible and engaged. Many people over 60 tell me, I'm too old to learn something new. But neuroscience tells us the opposite. The brain loves novelty at every age. Learning a new word, exploring a new topic, or even changing the order of your daily routine stimulates areas of the brain responsible for memory and attention. Here's the emotional truth. Curiosity gives you something to look forward to. It replaces fear of decline with interest in life, and that emotional shift alone reduces stress hormones that damage memory over time. Try this today. Choose one small thing you don't know yet. It could be a fact, a story, or a skill. Approach it with kindness, not pressure. You're not trying to be perfect, you're simply staying mentally awake. This habit may seem basic. You might already know it, but practiced daily, the results are truly out of this world. Mental habit 2: talk kindly to yourself. The second mental habit is one most people underestimate: the way you speak to yourself. Your inner voice is not just background noise, it's constant input to your brain, and your brain believes what it hears repeatedly, especially from you. Many older adults unknowingly develop a harsh inner dialogue. I'm so forgetful. I'm getting slow. My mind isn't what it used to be. Each of these thoughts sends a message of threat to the brain. Over time, that threat response increases stress and weakens memory and focus. Now, here's the important part. This isn't about fake positivity or pretending everything is perfect. It's about neutral kindness. Instead of saying, "I'm losing my memory," try, "My brain is changing and I'm supporting it." That small shift lowers anxiety and keeps your nervous system calm. Studies show that chronic self-criticism activates the same brain regions as physical pain, but self-compassion activates areas linked to resilience and learning. In other words, kindness literally helps your brain work better. If you forget something today, pause. Speak to yourself the way you would to a close friend, gentle, patient, encouraging. This habit doesn't require extra time or energy, just awareness. And over weeks, it quietly reshapes how your brain responds to challenges. You might already know this. It may sound simple, but when practiced consistently, the impact on mental clarity is extraordinary. Mental habit 3: slow down your thinking. The third mental habit is especially important for preventing cognitive overload, slowing down your thinking, not your actions, your thinking. Many people believe mental sharpness means thinking faster, but in reality, clarity comes from thinking more calmly. As we age, the brain becomes more sensitive to stress. Rushing thoughts, multitasking, and constant mental noise overwhelm memory systems. When the brain feels rushed, it shifts into survival mode, making recall harder. Slowing your thinking is not about being passive. It's about creating space, pausing before responding, taking a breath before making a decision, letting one thought finish before starting the next. This habit directly improves focus and reduces mental fatigue. When your thoughts slow down, your brain can organize information more efficiently. That's when memory improves naturally. One simple practice is mental punctuation. Imagine placing a period at the end of a thought before moving on. This helps your brain complete processing instead of jumping ahead. Emotionally, slowing down also increases a sense of control. You're no longer chasing your thoughts, they're working with you. This is especially helpful if you feel mentally tired by afternoon or overwhelmed by information. Slower thinking protects your energy and preserves cognitive function. It may seem counterintuitive. You might think speed equals sharpness, but calm thinking is what keeps the mind strong over time. And yes, this habit may feel basic, but its long-term results are far beyond what most people expect. Mental habit 4: stay emotionally engaged. The fourth mental habit is often overlooked, yet deeply connected to brain health: emotional engagement. Your brain doesn't remember information, it remembers meaning, and meaning is emotional. When life becomes repetitive or emotionally flat, the brain receives fewer signals to stay alert. That's why emotional numbness can feel like mental dullness. Staying emotionally engaged keeps memory systems active and responsive. This doesn't mean chasing excitement. It means allowing yourself to feel joy, curiosity, gratitude, even gentle sadness. Suppressing emotions uses mental energy and increases cognitive strain. One powerful way to stay emotionally engaged is storytelling. Share memories, reflect on experiences, talk about what matters to you. Each time you do this, your brain strengthens pathways related to recall and language. Another way is gratitude. Regularly noticing small moments you appreciate activates brain regions associated with emotional regulation and learning. Emotion also connects you to others, and social emotional interaction is one of the strongest protectors against cognitive decline. If you're watching this and thinking, I don't feel much anymore, please know this. Emotions don't disappear. They quiet down when they're not invited. Gently invite them back. This habit brings color back into daily life. And when life feels meaningful, the brain stays engaged. It sounds simple, you might already know it, but the results for memory, mood, and mental vitality are truly remarkable.
Mental habit 5. Trust your brain. The 5th mental habit is subtle but powerful. Trusting your brain. Many people unknowingly stop trusting their memory. They double-check constantly, rely heavily on notes, or avoid mental challenges out of fear of failure. That fear sends a message to the brain: I'm not capable. Over time, the brain responds by withdrawing effort. Trust, on the other hand, invites participation. When you trust your brain, you allow it to try, even if it's imperfect. You give it room to retrieve information instead of rushing to replace it with external aids. This doesn't mean never using reminders. It means not assuming failure before trying. Give your memory a moment. Let it search. Often, the information comes back. Trust also reduces anxiety, which is one of the biggest blockers of recall. A calm brain remembers better. One simple exercise: before checking your phone or notes, pause and ask yourself, what do I already know? This strengthens retrieval pathways. Emotionally, trust rebuilds confidence, and confidence itself improves cognitive performance. Many people are surprised by how much their brain can still do when given patience and belief. This habit feels basic, but it changes the relationship you have with your mind, and that relationship determines how well it ages. Let's pause here for just a moment. If you're still watching up to this point, that already tells me something important about you. It tells me you care about your mind, you're willing to learn, and you're giving yourself this time, and that matters. So here is a small invitation. If you're watching this and finding value so far, type 1 in the comments below. Not for me, for you. It's a simple way to acknowledge, I'm here and I'm taking care of myself. Everything we've covered so far works best when it's practiced gently, not perfectly. These habits are not about changing who you are. They're about supporting who you've always been. In the next segments, we'll go deeper. We'll talk about how these habits work together and why consistency, not effort, is the secret most people miss. And later, I'll share one optimized method that brings all 5 habits into a single daily practice. It's simple, effective, and especially designed for adults over 60, 70, and 80. So stay with me. The most important insight is still ahead. How these habits work together. Individually, each mental habit supports brain health, but together they create something much stronger, a resilient mental environment. Think of your brain like a garden. Curiosity is the sunlight. Kind self-talk is the soil. Slower thinking is water. Emotional engagement is nourishment. And trust is the space to grow. When one habit is missing, the system still works, but not as well. For example, curiosity without kindness can become pressure. Trust without emotional engagement can feel empty. Balance is what creates lasting results. This is why some people do brain exercises but still feel mentally tired. They train the brain but neglect the emotional and psychological conditions that allow it to thrive. Your brain is not a machine, it's a living system, and living systems respond best to consistency, safety, and meaning. The good news is you don't need to do all 5 habits perfectly. Even small, repeated actions signal safety to the brain, and safety is what allows learning and memory to function. Many viewers tell me they notice subtle changes first: calmer mornings, fewer moments of panic, clearer conversations. Those are signs your brain is responding. Over time, those small changes compound into stronger recall, better focus, and improved emotional balance. You might already know parts of this, but seeing how it all connects is what makes the difference, and that's where real transformation begins. Common mistakes that block progress. Before we move forward, it's important to talk about a few common mistakes, because avoiding these can be just as powerful as building new habits. The first mistake is trying to do too much at once. Overloading yourself with techniques creates stress, and stress works against memory. Simplicity always wins. The second mistake is judging progress too quickly. Brain changes are subtle. They happen quietly. If you're constantly checking, "Is this working yet?" you create pressure that slows improvement. Another mistake is comparing yourself to your past. Your brain today is different, not worse, just different. Working with it instead of against it makes all the difference. And finally, many people stop because the habits feel too easy. They assume something so simple can't be effective. But the brain responds best to gentle, repeated signals, not force. If any of these sound familiar, be kind to yourself. Awareness alone is progress. In the next segment, we'll begin shifting from understanding to application, without stress, without overwhelm. Stay with me. You're closer than you think. Setting the foundation for the breakthrough ahead. As we move toward the later part of this video, I want you to hold one idea gently in your mind. Your brain is listening to how you live, not what you worry about. Every small habit sends a message. Curiosity says, "Stay awake." Kind self-talk says, "You're safe." Slower thinking says, "There's time." Emotional engagement says, "This matters." And trust says, "I believe in you." When those messages repeat, the brain adapts. In the next segments, we'll talk about how to make these habits automatic so they don't feel like work. And later, I'll share the most optimized method to combine all 5 habits into a single daily practice. It's simple, effective, and especially designed for adults over 60, 70, and 80. So stay with me. The most important insight is still ahead. How these habits work together. Individually, each mental habit supports brain health, but together they create something much stronger, a resilient mental environment. Think of your brain like a garden. Curiosity is the sunlight. Kind self-talk is the soil. Slower thinking is water. Emotional engagement is nourishment. And trust is the space to grow. When one habit is missing, the system still works, but not as well. For example, curiosity without kindness can become pressure. Trust without emotional engagement can feel empty. Balance is what creates lasting results. This is why some people do brain exercises but still feel mentally tired. They train the brain but neglect the emotional and psychological conditions that allow it to thrive. Your brain is not a machine, it's a living system, and living systems respond best to consistency, safety, and meaning. The good news is you don't need to do all 5 habits perfectly. Even small, repeated actions signal safety to the brain, and safety is what allows learning and memory to function. Many viewers tell me they notice subtle changes first: calmer mornings, fewer moments of panic, clearer conversations. Those are signs your brain is responding. Over time, those small changes compound into stronger recall, better focus, and improved emotional balance. You might already know parts of this, but seeing how it all connects is what makes the difference, and that's where real transformation begins. Common mistakes that block progress. Before we move forward, it's important to talk about a few common mistakes, because avoiding these can be just as powerful as building new habits. The first mistake is trying to do too much at once. Overloading yourself with techniques creates stress, and stress works against memory. Simplicity always wins. The second mistake is judging progress too quickly. Brain changes are subtle. They happen quietly. If you're constantly checking, "Is this working yet?" you create pressure that slows improvement. Another mistake is comparing yourself to your past. Your brain today is different. Not worse, just different. Working with it instead of against it makes all the difference. And finally, many people stop because the habits feel too easy. They assume something so simple can't be effective. But the brain responds best to gentle, repeated signals, not force. If any of these sound familiar, be kind to yourself. Awareness alone is progress. In the next segment, we'll begin shifting from understanding to application, without stress, without overwhelm. Stay with me. You're closer than you think. Setting the foundation for the breakthrough ahead. As we move toward the later part of this video, I want you to hold one idea gently in your mind. Your brain is listening to how you live, not what you worry about. Every small habit sends a message. Curiosity says, "Stay awake." Kind self-talk says, "You're safe." Slower thinking says, "There's time." Emotional engagement says, "This matters." And trust says, "I believe in you." When those messages repeat, the brain adapts. In the next segments, we'll talk about how to make these habits automatic so they don't feel like work. And later, why stress is the real enemy of memory. Let's talk about something rarely explained clearly. Stress is often more damaging to memory than age itself. Many moments of forgetfulness are not caused by decline, but by tension. When the brain senses stress, it redirects resources away from memory and learning toward survival. This is automatic, and it happens at any age. That's why you may remember things perfectly when relaxed, but forget names or words when feeling rushed or judged. Your brain isn't failing, it's protecting you. Mental habits that reduce stress are, in fact, memory protection habits. Slower thinking, kind self-talk, trust, and emotional safety all lower cortisol, the stress hormone that interferes with recall.
One simple way to reduce stress is to change your internal timing. Remind yourself, there is no emergency. That phrase alone can calm the nervous system. Another powerful shift is letting go of performance. You don't need to prove your mental sharpness. Your brain works best when it feels accepted. Many older adults carry invisible pressure to keep up, to not forget, to not slow down. Releasing that pressure often improves memory more than any exercise. This is why calm is not laziness. Calm is a cognitive strategy. You might already know stress affects memory, but fully respecting this fact can completely change how you care for your mind. The role of identity in cognitive health. Here's something deeply important. How you see yourself shapes how your brain behaves. If you identify as someone who is declining, your brain listens. If you identify as someone who is learning how to support their mind, your brain listens to that too. Identity acts like a lens. It filters how experiences are interpreted. Two people can forget the same thing. One feels shame, the other feels curiosity. Their brains respond very differently. When you say, "I'm just old," the brain receives a closing signal. When you say, "I'm adapting," the brain stays engaged. This doesn't mean denying reality. It means choosing a supportive identity instead of a limiting one. You are not your forgetful moments. You are the awareness noticing them, and awareness is powerful. One gentle practice is changing your language. Instead of "I can't remember," try "it hasn't come back yet." That single word, "yet," keeps the brain searching. Identity also affects motivation. When you see yourself as someone who takes care of their mind, small habits feel natural instead of forced. This shift doesn't happen overnight, but each supportive thought reinforces a healthier self-image. You might already know words matter, but when it comes to the brain, they matter more than most people realize. Social connection as a mental habit. One of the strongest protectors against cognitive decline is meaningful social connection. Not surface-level conversation, but connection that feels real. The brain evolved to function in relationship. When we talk, listen, laugh, and share, multiple brain regions activate at once. Memory, language, emotion, and attention all work together. Isolation, on the other hand, quietly reduces stimulation. It's not just lonely, it's cognitively limiting. This doesn't mean you need many people. One meaningful connection is enough. A friend, a family member, even a regular conversation partner. What matters is engagement, asking questions, sharing stories, expressing feelings. Even short interactions help. A 5-minute conversation where you feel seen is more valuable than an hour of small talk. Social connection also regulates stress and improves mood, which indirectly supports memory. If socializing feels tiring, start small. One call, one message, one shared memory. And if you feel disconnected right now, please know this: it's not a personal failure. Many people experience this as they age. Rebuilding connection is a process, not a test. This habit often doesn't feel like brain care, but neurologically, it's one of the most powerful tools you have. Mental flexibility over mental control. Many people try to protect their mind by controlling it, forcing focus, forcing recall, forcing positivity. but the brain responds better to flexibility than force. Mental flexibility means allowing thoughts to come and go without panic, letting a forgotten word rest instead of chasing it aggressively, accepting moments of fog without judgment. When you stop fighting your thoughts, your brain relaxes, and relaxed brains perform better. Flexibility also means adjusting expectations. Some days are clearer than others. That's normal. The goal is not perfection, it's adaptability. A flexible mind doesn't say, "I failed." It says, "What can I do differently today?" This habit preserves energy. Control drains it. Flexibility restores it. One helpful mindset is treating your brain like a partner, not a machine. You listen, you respond, you adapt together. This approach reduces frustration, which is a hidden cognitive drain. You might already know this emotionally, but applying it mentally can change how your brain ages. And the more flexible you're thinking, the more resilient your mind becomes. Preparing for the most important insight. As we approach the end of this video, I want you to pause and notice something. Everything we've talked about so far has one thing in common. It creates safety for the brain. Safety allows learning. Safety allows memory. Safety allows growth. In a moment, I'm going to share the most optimized method to bring all 5 mental habits together. It's simple, it's gentle, and it's especially effective for adults over 60, 70, and 80. But before we do that, I want to acknowledge you. If you've stayed with me this long, you've already shown commitment to your mental health. So here's another small invitation. If this content is helping you, type 2 in the comments below. It's a strong signal to yourself that you're choosing to stay mentally engaged. And if you haven't already, this is a great moment to like this video and subscribe. It helps this message reach others who need it. Now, let's move into the most important part. The optimized method that ties everything together. It's called the gentle daily check-in. Once a day, preferably at the same time, you pause for just 2 to 3 minutes. That's it. First, you ask yourself one curious question. What did I notice today? That activates curiosity. Second, you speak one kind sentence to yourself, something neutral and supportive. That builds trust. Third, you slow your breathing for 3 breaths. That calms thinking. Fourth, you acknowledge one emotion you felt. That restores emotional engagement. And finally, you remind yourself, my brain is doing its best, and I'm supporting it. That reinforces belief. This single practice sends all the right signals at once. Safety, meaning, engagement, trust. It doesn't require effort, just presence. People who do this consistently often report clearer thinking, calmer moods, and improved confidence within weeks. You might already know pieces of this. It might seem basic, but the results are out of this world. And now, let's close with the most important insight of all. The most important thing to remember is this: your brain changes in response to how you treat it, not how old you are. Every gentle habit you practice is a vote for clarity. Every kind thought is a signal of safety. Every moment of curiosity keeps your mind alive. Cognitive decline is not just about loss. It's often about neglect, stress, and silence, and those can be changed. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this: you are not powerless. Your daily mental habits matter more than you think. If this message resonated with you, please type 2 in the comments, like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more content designed to support your mind gently and effectively. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking care of yourself. And remember, you're not just aging, you're adapting, and your brain is listening.